everybody, welcome to episode 43 of the Brownie Knits podcast. I'm your host Gina, aka Brownie Knits, and this is my little co-host Kennedy, aka Kiki. I had to prepare for the podcast this morning by making sure that Miss Kennedy had no cottage cheese left on her face. She is on a vet recommended diet, and she has cottage cheese as part of that, which she absolutely loves, but she gets like a white beard, and then she gets, just kind of messy. So we got her all prepped this morning. But anyway, I hope you're doing well. We are starting to head into, I guess next week starts official summer. So we're in the middle of June in 2016, if you're watching this later. And I just love summer. I know that as a knitter, I should really, really love winter, and I do for the knits, but I really love summer a lot. So we've been having lots of fun working on the back deck and hanging out and just enjoying the weather. So she might fall asleep here on my hands again. So I have some very exciting things to share with you in this episode, something that I'm super, super excited about. So I hope that you guys will like it and will enjoy it as well. But I'm going to start off with some finished projects. So little Miss Kiki here, I don't know if she's going to cooperate. She's not. I'll let her run around. So my first finished object is this hat, and make sure I get it on properly. So this is the Lucy hat by Carina Spencer, and it is a paid for pattern, and you can get it in Ravelry. And I made it as part of the Miss Marple knit along that Christina Wall of A Knitter's Life is having in her group. So I watched one on Hulu. I watched the Miss Marple Body in the Library, I think it was the title. So I watched that and knitted up this hat, and I thought it was pretty appropriate because it looked like something that actually a couple of the different characters, suspects and the actual person that was murdered, might be wearing. So I thought that was appropriate for the knit along, and it was really fun. I made it out of stash yarn, so it qualifies for my 2016 stash down that we're having in the Brownie Knits group all year long, knit along and crochet along to kind of work down our stash. And the purple is Madelinetosh DK in the color Curiosity. Is there some reference to purple and Curiosity that I'm missing? I was thinking about this when I was knitting it. I didn't know why it would be named Curiosity, so I'm not sure. I'm curious. Anyway, and then the pattern does call for DK weight, but I used Madelinetosh Vintage, which is a worsted weight, for the secondary color, and the secondary color is Dr. Zhivago's Sky. So I thought it turned out really cute. It'll be like a nice little fun hat to have to wear this winter. And I think I might make another one again. So it does use short rows over here, but there are short rows in garter, so it's just wrapping and turning. You don't have to fuss with picking up anything. You are supposed to tack this up. I haven't done that yet. Not sure if I will. I don't know if it needs it. Kind of like being able to play with how much it's up or down. And I made this smaller size. So it is just a cloche, so it's not meant to cover your ears. And it was on a US 6 needle. So that was a fun one. So I need to get a picture up in Christina's group of that. And then my second finished project for this go round are my Rustic cabin socks. And these are just plain vanilla socks out of Knit Picks Felici in the color Rustic Cabin. I had two balls of this in my stash, so they again qualify for 2016 stash down. And they were made for me, so they're US Women's 6.5, rounded toe, garter stitch heel. Yeah, 64 stitches. So those were a very quick knit, and yeah, that was a lot of fun to do. So those are ready for next fall. Don't they look like fall? I think they kind of look rustic cabinish, you know. But I did like that they had the pop of pink. I think it was maybe luvsamystery on Instagram. You noted that the pink gives it a nice little pop, and I agree. I was a little surprised when the pink popped up, actually. It was a little bit different from ball to ball. And this one, it wasn't so much pink. It was a little more beige-ish. And then this one was more pink. So, fun. I'm going to skip my other finished project for the moment and go to whips. So, if you remember last episode, my little niece and nephew had been visiting. And my nephew requested a pair of socks in Gryffindor house colors from Harry Potter. So I'm still scouting out some yarns for that. I've found a couple possibilities, but one of them I just think is too scratchy for a kid. So I'm still on the hunt for his. But at the time, my little niece requested a pair of princess socks. So I decided to dive into my stash for those. And I just made her a little tube sock out of Zauberball. I had this, she wanted pinks and greens, and I had Zauberball Starke 6, and it's supposed to look like that if you did an adult size sock. So I did 48 stitches on a on a 2.25 millimeter, and I did like a little cuff, and then I just did a tube sock and then did a rounded toe for the end. And I did that because I wanted it to grow with her. I didn't want it to automatically be like they were too small already. So, and I don't know if anyway, I measured her foot. It was 6.5 inches long. So I made this sock about 13 inches. So if you fold it, it would be the same. So they might come up a little bit high on her legs for the moment, but over time I think they'll be fine. The second one's on the needle. So again, it's stash yarn. So I'm trying to be good about using some of my stash yarns. So that's a lot of fun, and I hope she enjoys that. And then my other whip right now is, oddly enough, like I didn't plan this, it's also using stash yarn, and it's using Classic Elite Wool Bamboo in 4 different colors. Let's see, do I have 4 different? Yeah, I have them all in here. So I'm using the Recipe for a Bucket Bag pattern that I talked about last time. It's a free pattern in Ravelry, and I'm doing it in these 4 colors I had in my stash, and I'm hoping to get it done in time for it to be a beach bag. I'm not sure I'm going to make it, because you make the outside and then you make a smidgen smaller one for the inside and then put them together. And I thought it would be fun to do kind of all like creams and navies for summer, because I'll use it for a beach bag and then for the farmer's market. So, and it's a good way to use up all of my stash that I had in those. And I apologize, I cannot remember who asked this, but I will tag you in the show notes. But they asked, I had a picture of Instagram up of this project, and they asked about this crochet hook. And this is one of the candy hooks from Furls, Furls. And at the time that I got this teal one, there was like a deal going on where you could get 3 sizes. So I have the teal one, the red one, and the purple one. And they were a gift, so I'm not really even sure how much they were. But I'm not sure if they still have that kit where you can get the 3 of them or not. But yeah, it's their candy ones, and they do look like candy. They look delicious. So they're fun to use. I will say that I find when your work goes into where it's a little bit bigger here, it does change the size. So a lot of times I will use, if I'm going to use these, I use the size smaller than what I think I would need, because if it does go down there, it's bigger than what the actual hook size is. So, and I'd rather not have to adjust and think for each stitch. So I just adjust the hook size. So there you go. So those are my works in progress and some finished items. I'm going to talk a little bit real quick about Knitspiration. So here's our little Knitspiration, and I have a couple this time. Let's see. The first one you have probably seen. So it's by Joji Locatelli. I think I'm saying that right. I used to say Joji, but I do think it. I went to Rhinebeck and I heard some people saying Yohi, so I apologize if I'm saying it wrong. And I really don't know how to say the name of the shawl. Jujuy. But here it is. It's so pretty. And I know I have some friends who are making it, and I'm gonna have to look in my stash and see what I have that would work. I just think it's really pretty. It's hard to tell in this photo. If you go and look at, I don't think it was Deep South Fibers. If you just Google the shawl name with the word shawl, there is a website that comes up that has it in a different set of colors. And you can actually see that a large part of the shawl is mesh. So it's really would be a good one for warmer weather temps because it has that breathability to it. So I just thought that was really pretty. I love everything she does. So that was one. And then I get so inspired by the post that you guys put in the group for the stash down. And I saw Emma. Hi, Emma. So Emma Clark in Ravelry, and then Knitter's Friend on Instagram. Emma had up her pair that she had just done of Knotty Gloves, which is a free pattern in Ravelry. And I went and looked around and I saw this red pair that was knit in 2008 by Margene. And can you see the knotty parts there? Yeah. I just thought they were so pretty. So I've added those to my list. Let's see. 383 yards of fingering weight yarn, and the design is by Laris Designs, Laris. So that's a fun little project. I thought was very inspiring. And then I had to share this because I don't think I had. I don't know, my memory is not so great sometimes. But this was knitted by ShellsPurls in Ravelry. Her name is Michelle, and she lives in Saudi Arabia. And she knitted, along with me last year, my Brownie Knits 2015 block blanket. And she had this gorgeous photo up of her blanket, her finished, beautiful blanket. And I thought it was amazing. Great job, Michelle. Thanks so much for knitting it with me and inspiring us. I love the different color combinations that you put together too. So, all right, so there was some Knitspiration, and I'm going to talk very briefly about some new giveaways. So the first giveaway for the Stash Down group, which you can join at any point, by the way. You don't have to have been doing it from January. You can hop in at any time in 2016, obviously. And every 2 months I do a little giveaway. I apologize if you hear the rain coming down. It is pouring here all of a sudden. I almost recorded outside because it was beautiful when I was getting ready. And right when I sat down to record, I thought, it looks really dark. I'm going to make sure I record inside. And yeah, it's absolutely coming down in buckets. If you ever see me look off to the right, my window's out to the outside or to the right, so that's why. Anyway, for Stash Down 2016, every 2 months I give away a little prize. So you just enter by posting in the thread through chat, through finished objects, through projects in works in progress, by posting patterns that you think other people might want to use stash for, that kind of thing. And then I just draw from the entire thread using random number generator. And in August, this will be the giveaway. So we have these two skeins of, again, I'm so bad with names, Iciger 2. This is a 50% alpaca, 50% wool. It's in like a natural base, so it would be beautiful for loads of stuff. And there are two skeins of it. Let me see, can I tell you how many yards? 250 meters. So pretty. So you would get this, And you would also get these two skeins, which are 99% alpaca and 1% nylon. And these are from Cherry Tree Hill. And this darker purple one is called Berry Delight, has 214 yards. And the lighter one is Rose Blush. So I just thought that I would do like a little alpaca set for you. So there you go. So be sure to put up those posts and knit your stash down with us, and you could be entered to win. And everybody's open to joining. So I know some podcasters limit things because of shipping. They don't want to ship worldwide, but I'm fine with that. So like part of the reason that I started the podcast was so that I could make friends around the world. So if that means a few extra bucks in postage, so be it. I'll deal with that. All right, so the exciting part. I'm so excited. So in my group, I often do a book and yarn giveaway. And this time around, the book that I'm going to be giving away and the yarn is super special. So I'll start with the yarn. And you're going to be like, okay, it's kind of plain colors. Why is it super special? So you'll get 4 balls of Knit Pick Stroll fingering in the white colorway and 1 in the navy. So there you go. And you'll get this new book that just came out from Knit Picks called Shoreline. And it's just beautiful sweaters and accessories to wear along the shoreline. So great for summer, spring, some of them probably even a fall, depending on what climate you live in. But I'm super excited because I took a chance and submitted a design to this, and it got accepted, and I was so happy. So this is my Waves and Stripes Infinity Cowl, or Infinity Scarf, sorry. And there you go. So I'm so excited, and I think the model looks absolutely stunning in the photos in the book. She just is very pretty. And there it is on the back cover. So I was super excited, and thank you to Knit Picks for sponsoring our giveaway this time. So if you go up to the thread that I'll start for this, and I'll call it the Shoreline Waves and Stripes Infinity Scarf thread, I want to know when you go on vacations what you like to knit. So just let me know, and then I will probably go ahead and draw for this one on one of the July episodes of the podcast, so that then you have at least August to work it up if you wanted to wear it this year. And here it is. So I'm gonna make sure I don't hit my mic and make you guys go crazy. So it is both written and charted in this lace section. I'm gonna stand up so you can see it a bit better. So it is both written and charted for the lace, and then you have this stripes area. So you have, it works out to be about 10 inches for each section. So it's 60 inches overall around, so you can wrap it around your neck so it's doubled. And then, or you could wear it unwrapped. And what else? That's the back side. Oh, it's knit in a tube. So you do a provisional cast on, then you knit it in a tube so it's seamless, and then you just join it together. And yeah, so it's knit in the round. We're just always working on the right side. And it was super fun to design and knit. And if you remember way back, if you've been with me for a long time in the podcast, I had all these grand plans of sweater finishing when I was going on a trip last fall to Rhinebeck. And then I still don't have that sweater done. It's still sitting in the closet. And I didn't get it done because I ended up having to work on this the whole time. So I had to get my sample done because it got accepted right before we left for vacation. So I wasn't complaining. I was happy to work on it. So I knitted this one the entire way out, and well, not the whole time, but I was knitting it in the car a lot of the time on that trip. So anyway, I'm super excited about it. I hope that you guys like it. You can go up to the knitpicks.com site and purchase the book. Again, the book is titled Shoreline. And let's see, it's $14.99, and I believe there are, here, I'll show you some other things that are in it. So you've got, there's the scarf again, and then you've got this wrap that's very pretty. And then you've got a lot of sweaters, and the sweaters are so cute. I thought that one was adorable. Let's see. I was trying to see if they had another, like on the other end, yeah. Oh, here's like a little like shell, which would be great for like the climate that I'm in. So yeah, so you go and check it out. You get, I think there are 8 patterns overall. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 8. So you get 8 patterns, which is a great deal for $14.99, and it's a great little book. So, all right, Kiki, do you want to come and say goodbye? Come here. All right. So this was a short little episode, but I wanted to pop in and show you the things that have been on the needles and hooks around here, and share my Waves and Stripes Infinity Scarf. I'm so happy. Yay! All right, I hope you guys are doing great, and I will see you in a few weeks. Happy knitting and crocheting. Bye-bye.